Okay, sir, we are live now. I'm making you the host, sir.
Okay. So hi guys, good evening. So welcome back to our Angular session. And today we are going to talk about Bootstrap and Bootstrap related discussions and what are the components which are there in Bootstrap. What is the use of each component and what sort of features which Bootstrap allows. That is what we are going to discuss in this session. Guys, listen carefully. So since we had a couple of discussions with respect to what are the features which are there in Bootstrap, today I would like to give more advantages. Why should we go for a Bootstrap? Now let me talk more on Bootstrap. Those who are completely new to this session and kindly understand, this is gonna be it's a responsive web design framework that is used for developers to build a web page for a mobile approach. Generally, Bootstrap is responsive, responsive by default with a mobile first approach. So now today, I just wanted to talk about what are the other features which are there in Bootstrap. What is the use of each one of them? Now, Bootstrap also has the versions. Let me talk about what are the different versions which are there in Bootstrap. Guys, if you ask me about versions, Bootstrap has 1.x. 1.x is also one of the version. 2.x, 3.x, and 4.x, and 5.x. X is a different kind of subversions. I mean to say 5.1.0, 5.1.1, something like that. Now the stable version is 4. This is a stable version, guys. So when we are using any of the library or a framework, make sure that we should always pick up the stable version to build a web page. Now this is under beta testing. It's a beta release. So beta release, we should not even use it for a production purpose. Once this 5.x is stable, then only we have to use it. I can say that this is under testing phase now. Now 4.x is the latest stable version. Many of the companies are using this 4.x as a stable version. So here, all you guys have to understand what are the different advantages. I also discussed about the basic grid system earlier. Now, today I would like to explain more about what are the advantages. So if you ask me, BT, Bootstrap is created by Twitter company. There are a group of developers who are working in Twitter. They build this framework for mobile first approach. Guys, listen carefully. The trend of a development is completely changing now. If you guys are going for 5 years before, people are targeting for desktop approach. Now developers are targeting mobile first approach. What is the reason why development companies are targeting mobile approach first? Because now 60 to 80% of the users are accessing web through the mobile gadgets. That's right. Since the mobile users are more, we have to target web application development or mobile application development for a mobile users first. If you are targeting for desktop users, and we are not going to get a proper business. Now, what is the advantages of going for this particular Bootstrap? Whatever the version that is, now we are going to use this stable 4.x. Now there are, you guys can also ask a question. So what is the difference between 3.x and 4.x? Guys, need not to worry about 1.x. This is also outdated. You need not to worry much about 1.x. You need not to worry about 2.x. So now stable version is 4.x. Then you should also understand what is the difference between these two versions. Okay, now Bootstrap 3 is built based upon Float. If you guys are already familiar with CSS layout, the layout can be created by using Float or using Flex or CSS Grid. There are three ways that we can create a layout in CSS. Similarly, even the Bootstrap 3.x has used Float concept to build a layout, whereas coming to Bootstrap 4.x, it is used Flexbox, CSS Flex as well as CSS Grid. The combination of both CSS Flex and Grid. That's why this 4.x is the most popular version. Okay, so you can also ask a question: what if there are billions of websites is already being developed with 3.x? That is why many people are migrating 3.x. They are upgrading the older version to newer versions. That is where the companies are recruiting front-end developers to migrate their old application to newer applications. So that's why everywhere the front-end developers demand is already there. Now, what are the major advantages of going for Bootstrap? First of all, so it saves a lot of time, guys. It saves a lot of time. Why? Because it saves a lot of time. Why? Because if you are building any web page from the scratch, if you are using HTML and CSS, you have to build from the scratch. But if you are going for Bootstrap, it has a ready-made classes and ready-made components and ready-made plugins. By using them, if you are building a web page by using HTML and CSS, if it takes five hours, if you are using Bootstrap, you will be able to complete within 50 minutes. I can say there is a huge difference in terms of building a web page using Bootstrap. That's why the companies are showing interest to build a web page by using Bootstrap. This is one of the best advantage. And also by default, Bootstrap is responsive. Guys, this also you must have to understand what is responsive. And let me explain. So for this responsive, think about you are targeting users, desktop users. In desktop users, I'm just giving you a sample example. Think about it. I am placing 1, 2, 3 elements I'm displaying for a row. So if I'm going for a tab smaller than desktop, somehow I can adjust the width to display 3 items in a row. Somehow the visibility is not going to lose. When it comes to the smaller screens, even the tablets, mobile is smaller. Even what I'm trying to do, if I display these elements very small in a single row, the visibility is the biggest issue. The end users are not able to understand the content which is there in the row. So to improve the visibility, to improve the user experience, now instead of display all guys in one single row, then we are going to display in a line by line. If this is a case, in this way we have to display this. This approach is called as this is desktop. Same application, same page. This is known as tablet. This is known as mobile. Same web page. When it comes to a different gadgets which are available in the market, the different way of displaying the output. This whole process is called as responsive web design. So by default, Bootstrap framework is responsive. All the features are responsive. And also guys, so this is dead easy to learn. And one more advantage is it is easy to learn. Even the one who don't have a degree, he can also build a web pages. That much easy. And it is also compatible for many browsers. This is already discussed in the last session. Compatible with many browsers. And moreover, it has ready-made snippets. ready-made snippets. This is very, very, very important for a developer's purpose, and it is open source. So these are the main advantages, that since these advantages are helping developer to make use of all the features of Bootstrap. Now, as I already explained, Bootstrap, the major advantages, major feature is one, grid system, guys. You guys have to understand grid system very well in Bootstrap. What is grid system? I already explained. There are two types of layouts that we can create. One is fixed layout, another one is flexible layout. Okay, so if you ask me, there are two types of, let me clear all this. And if you ask me, there are two types, grid system. This is heart of a Bootstrap. Grid system. So every row is divided into, each row is divided into 12 columns. So this is what I already explained. Each row is divided into 12 columns, guys. If you are familiar with this grid system, it is dead easy for you to create a web page. Now, if you consider this whole area, if you consider this is a whole row, if you call this is a row, and each one of them columns, this all guys are columns. This is a row, and each one of them, I can say, all these guys, 1 to 12, these guys are columns. Bootstrap has a different, as I already said, Bootstrap has a different set of layouts. One is fixed layout. If you ask me what are the layouts, if you are familiar with layout concept in HTML and CSS, and you people are easily, you can easily understand. One is fixed layout, another one is flexible layout, fixed and flexible. So even for layouts also, Bootstrap has a predefined class, dot container. This is fixed class, and dot container fluid. This is also predefined class for fluid layout. And fixed and fluid we already discussed in the last session, but let me explain. If you are targeting, if you think that, okay, so guys, if you are thinking it is a browser, if you think this is a browser, if you wanted to load your web page, if you want to load your web page by giving some space within center of your browser, this is known as fixed layout. Because the fixed layout, always there will be some sort of padding, left and right, some sort of padding will be available. Now here some padding. Whereas coming to the fluid layout, even in the same browser, the complete layout, the element, the web page is going to display in the complete full page. Full page layouts are called as fluid, also called as, this layouts we can also call it as fluid or flexible layout. To differentiate between this fixed and flexible or fluid, only the class name is changing. One class is container, another class is container fluid. Guys, Bootstrap is all about predefined classes. If you ask me, the whole BT is a shortcut. Bootstrap, it's all about predefined classes. Predefined classes. If you are good at HTML, so it is dead easy for you people to understand what is Bootstrap. And also in grid system, as I already discussed in the last session, so as by default, Bootstrap is responsive. Irrespective of a device, there is a responsive classes are there. Guys, listen, lesser than 572. This is extra small devices. For this also, there is a class called extra small devices. The class name is call. So if you are using just call hyphen 6, which means that 6 columns you are merging. Call hyphen 12, all 12 columns we are merging. If you are giving call 6, what happens? All 6 columns will merge together and it will try to convert as a single column. If you are using 12, all 12 columns are merging into a single column. So in case if I use call hyphen 3, if I'm using call hyphen 3, each all 1, 2, 3, all 3 columns are merged and it is going to convert into a single column. In case in a extra small devices, let me see one simple row I am just creating. Guys, first let me explain about what are the different gadgets which are available in the market as per their resolutions. Guys, lesser than 572, that is extra small devices. 576, I can say, it's not 72, 576. Now, greater than 576 and lesser than 768. These guys are called as small devices. Small. The class name is call hyphen SM. SM stands for and star. Star is the one, the number of columns which you are going to match. This is what we had a discussion. But I'm just recollecting so that those who are not able to understand this grid system, for them it will be a revision kind of stuff. Once this grid system is familiar, I am going to build some real-time scenarios today. So which we are using in a real-time applications. I have already created a couple of examples. I am going to explain about those examples for you guys. And so when you are creating a web page, either it may be a small page or a bigger page, if you are using Bootstrap, 80% of the code that you guys have to copy paste from Bootstrap website. The 20% customization you have to do it from your end. So I will explain you what we did to copy paste. In the previous session, I also went in the project. I also created a couple of examples by using Bootstrap and a couple of examples by using HTML and CSS I have created. Now SM stands for small device, whereas coming to star defines how many columns that you are going to merge. And in case, so if you are going for greater than 68 and lesser than 992, this is known as medium devices. Call hyphen MD hyphen star. The star again, it defines number of columns that you are going to match. In case if the device is greater than 992 and lesser than 1200, so this is known as large devices. Call hyphen LG star. LG hyphen star. Now greater than 1200 pixels. This is known as extra large. For that the class is call hyphen XL, stands for extra large and star. Guys, here you have to understand extra small, small, MD, medium, large and extra large. This is how the resolutions which are available in the market currently. Based upon these resolutions, Bootstrap also has some sort of 3 different classes. Everywhere Bootstrap has a class. Okay, next what we have to understand, see columns. Columns, when you are creating a columns, make sure that all the columns that you have to place it inside a row. That is why you have to write a code. Guys, listen carefully and let me clear this drawing. When you are writing a code, so whether it may be a fluid layout or fixed layout, let me keep writing one simple code. So guys, what I'm going to do, I created a couple of examples. Let me explain those examples and Bootstrap. See, you see here this login form. This is the one which we have used in our real-time applications. And if you ask me, how see, forgot password, anyhow links are not there, but this same design, if you are not using Bootstrap, every single bits of code you have to write from the scratch using HTML and CSS. Guys, let me pull those guys into your editor, and I'll explain how are we going to create by using Bootstrap, how quickly that we can create these kind of login forms when you are working on real time. You please try to understand. Now I'm going to share the complete screen. So let me pull my project XLR. In that XLR, Bootstrap, couple of examples, guys. Login. Those who are completely new, you please try to understand. As I already explained in the last session, if you are planning to enjoy the benefits of Bootstrap, first we have to load Bootstrap CSS and Bootstrap JS into our web page. Now, if you are aware of HTML, then this is a basic structure of your HTML, and here the meta tag. This meta tag is very, very important. Himod, can you see my screen?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. So did you ping any message? No, right?
Yeah, students are asking to which mail ID they should submit those assignments, sir.
I think Madhu has created some drive, I guess. In the drive,
Okay,
you
sir.
please ask them to upload into the drive so that we are going to verify it over weekends.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay. Fine, guys. Listen carefully. When we are planning to use the benefits of Bootstrap, first we have to load Bootstrap CSS and Bootstrap JavaScript file into your HTML. So when you are loading Bootstrap CSS and Bootstrap JS, either you can load manually or you can load through CDN. But guys, the best approach is always loading these library files through a CDN is always best. Why? Because see, if you are loading from a local server and the impact is on your local server, if too many files are loading from your local server, the application performance may break down. To improve the application performance, if you people are depending on third-party libraries or third-party frameworks, better to divert a load from your, instead of loading it from your local server, you can even divert it from CDN servers. You can see these libraries like Bootstrap or jQuery or maybe Font Awesome or Popper.js. Similar kind of popular libraries. There are many service providers are giving a free benefits, guys. CDN, generally CDN stands for Content Delivery Networks. Those guys are supercomputers. Now, if you see line number 7, so I loaded my Bootstrap 4.x, which is a stable version, directly from stackpath.bootstrapcdn.com. Now, if you see, my file is inside local computer, but I am referring the Bootstrap library, loading it from Bootstrap library. I am loading it from Bootstrap CDN. So in that way, my local server is not even disturbed. I'm just loading this third-party framework from a different server. In that way, my page, I can even improve the speed of my web page. Similarly, you can see here, someone is asked in the last session, how are you going to use some icons? Now, in internet, Font Awesome is one of the library. It has a bunch of predefined icons, and that is also open source. And I loaded this Font Awesome icon to load it. Why? Because if you come back here, so nowhere we haven't used any icons over in this login, but in other examples, I have used some of the icons to create it. Okay, guys. So now see all file, Bootstrap CSS, and also Font Awesome Min.css. This font awesome CSS is for
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. This library used to load some sort of icons. This is free of cost. Even the bootstrap this library. So I can say this library for building a web page. Okay. So next, jQuery. This is also important. Why? Because when you are working with Bootstrap, so guys, Bootstrap 4 version and 3 versions, first, second, and third, fourth. These 4 versions are depending on jQuery. Now Bootstrap 5 is about to release. Bootstrap 5 is gonna, you know, uh, it is going to remove the dependency of a jQuery. Now anyhow, Bootstrap 5 is not stable version. Since we are learning Bootstrap 4, you should also understand jQuery, but you don't need to worry about it. jQuery is a library which is built on top of JavaScript. If you people are familiar with JavaScript, learning jQuery is dead easy. Now jQuery, I'll explain once JavaScript is completed. So today, since we are talking about only Bootstrap, and once Bootstrap is over, I am going to drive you how are we going to use JavaScript. Okay, guys. Next, even this library, this is a predefined library. This is a predefined library. Which has lots of methods that can be used, to build a. So this is a predefined library which has lots of methods. Now Bootstrap is depending on jQuery. That's why before loading a Bootstrap min.js file, so jQuery and Popper, these two files we have to load it. The order of a file is also very important. If you are changing the order, and your page is not going to work as expected. So now Bootstrap is depending on jQuery and Popper. That's why you have to load jQuery and Popper first, then Bootstrap later. And everywhere you see here, you can see whatever the libraries that we have loaded. Everywhere you can see CSS, min.css and min.js, min.js. Min nothing but minified. As I already said, since these libraries are built by Kavi, you haven't built this. And if you are going for minified version, the size is going to increase. To avoid this kind of size issues to load in a impact on a web page, we should always go for a minified version. Minified versions are smaller than unminified versions. Okay, so that's all. We should always load a minified versions, my dear friends. Once the prerequisites already loaded, you can see that I have created a customized, CSS rules. Now I have used only few CSS rules, but I haven't used a lot of CSS. The CSS also I have copy pasted from my Bootstrap. Guys, since Bootstrap has bunch of predefined classes, if you can come back and see class, this is a login form. This is created by me. And next, you can see here the text center class, which is also a predefined class. Form group is also predefined class. Form control is also. See, Bootstrap has a predefined classes for each and every element which is there in HTML. So if you recollect whatever the tags and elements which are there in HTML, CSS has, Bootstrap has predefined classes for each and every element. That is where if you want to group some sort of form elements, form group is a predefined class. If you wanted to add some sort of CSS back to your form controls, form-control is a predefined class. So like that, everywhere, so You see here classes which I have created here. These guys are customized classes which I have created to make it more beautiful according to my requirements. But 80% of the code that 80% of the code that I copied from Bootstrap, and 20% tinkering only I have used it. So if you guys are not using, for example, if I delete, guys listen carefully, if I remove one form group, what happens? Control X, I am just removing it. Go back and reload it. Now even if I delete form control, deleting form control, the difference in the output. Now the design is completely changed. The unique design, this is already there. This classes is already there in Bootstrap. So you need that to rewrite. If I delete a form group, again the spacing is completely removed. You see that the gap between these two elements have been deleted. So that's why each and every class which is there in Bootstrap, it is associated with some sort of properties. Guys, that's why Bootstrap is a ready-made mobile front-end framework. It has bunch of CSS classes. Now I don't want to explain about each and every class which is there inside, since it is ready-made. You guys have to go to their documentation. You have to read thoroughly. Guys, listen carefully. If you are going to, for example, so W3 schools important, gives you fundamentals knowledge. W3 schools Bootstrap. Don't even think that Sir is explaining about W3 schools. No. Why? Because it is a ready-made framework. You should always go back to a documentation of that framework to understand what features which are there in Bootstrap. Now Bootstrap 3, I don't want to go for Bootstrap 3, which is outdated version. Let us go for, so here W3 schools Bootstrap 4 I'm clicking. If you guys get a chance, please go for each one of the concept which is there inside. And for time being, I'm going to explain about a few predefined classes, then remaining all others that you guys have to learn. So this everywhere examples are there, and you have to pick up those examples while creating a web page. No matter, even any expert is also keep following their documentation, and they are utilizing the existing code, and they are going to modify according to their requirements. Okay, now you see here Bootstrap grid extra small, medium, large, extra large. This is what the grid system is. I already explained about all this grid system. Simple example. Now grid example, if you go inspect this and try to check whatever the examples that was given by W3 schools. Now you see here call. A simple class call is there in the sense this is extra small devices. Guys, listen carefully. Try yourself. Now this is how you people able to understand how Bootstrap is working. Okay. Now guys, listen, I am just modifying, even though if you look after this example, they are loading Bootstrap 4.5, min.css, they are loading jQuery and Popper and Bootstrap. This is how the order. And when you are using Bootstrap, make sure that you write this meta tag is mandatory when you are using Bootstrap framework into your HTML element. Now this meta tag name is equal to viewport content. This is a predefined meta tag, guys. If this meta tag is not there, in the sense Bootstrap also, it misbehaves sometimes. Now this meta tag is mandatory. Now here, you see here the layout, container fluid, they have used it. If I'll try to make it copy paste, I'm just copying the code and go back. So I'm going to create one more example, grid system. Control S, Control V. So grid example, grid underscore example .html. So let me see. Now see container fluid, and they decided to go as fluid layout. Then they created a row. In that row, column, column, column. As I already said, if this column, this particular class column will apply only if the device resolution is lesser than 576. Guys, that's why you can see it when you are executing it, opening a browser. Now, this is 3 columns that are displayed in a single row. In case, when it comes to the medium, in a medium, I'm just writing C here, call hyphen, MD hyphen. In medium 66, I'm planning to do. So let me use just an example for you to understand. If I'm loading in a medium device, 6 columns I have to merge and I have to load it. Now, if I save it, go back and reload. Medium device resolution, as I already said, greater than 768 and lesser than 992. And for a larger screens, I am going to load large screens. Call hyphen LG, larger screens. I am going to display. So let me go for 4.4. Just I am modifying for you guys to understand. Larger screens 4.4 in the sense 12 columns. If I am merging 4 plus 4 plus 4, it's become 4. Now for a larger screens. Now larger screens, why? Because my resolution is 1300. I think if you go and check the resolution of my body, here if you try to come back and check, 1366, which is extra large. Now, since I targeted for larger screen, and for a larger screens, I have used, call hyphen large 4 and extra large. This is known as a responsive layout that I am creating. Excel. In Excel, I'm going to display 12 columns. Guys, for you to understand, I'm just in extra larger screens. I mean to say my resolution of a screen is greater than 12,200 pixels. Now I wanted to display. Let me merge all 12 columns into a single column and I have to display. Now if you come back, now this particular page is falling under extra large. Now see extra large, it is going to display. I hope you guys understand. Now guys, listen, when you are resizing a web page, now as long as if you are resizing, please try to observe here based upon the resolution. If it is 768 and 992, now see 768 and 992 here, my medium class is going to apply. If you inspect, go back here, medium class, MD6. In a medium devices, again if I wanted to go for 4.4. For large also 4.4 and for medium also 4.4 in the sense. Now you see automatically when the page size is changing, when it comes to extra small, in extra small I wanted to go for 12 columns. If I see here, call hyphen 12. For my extra small screens, I wanted to make it call hyphen. Just give me 1 minute. This is how we will be able to make your web page responsive. Now this complete layout, whatever we created, this is responsive. How did we make responsive? You see here, guys. When you are going for extra large screens, it is displaying one by one. For a medium, when you are going for medium, see, in the medium we are displaying side by side. For extra small also we are displaying one by one. For extra large also we are displaying one by one. So this is how you can see here in one particular division. I also added a class with respect to extra small and medium, large, extra large. This particular concept is called as we are making my layout or my element more responsive irrespective of the gadgets which are available in the market. If user loads and this particular page greater than 1200 pixels, which is going to merge all 12 columns into a single column, and it is going to display all these divisions one by one. And for a large screen, 4. See, as I already said, each and every row is divided into 12 columns. In that, out of 12 columns, for a larger screens, 4 columns plus 4 columns plus 4 columns. Then it will become 12. For a medium also, 4 plus 4 plus 4. For small devices, all 12 columns. This is what you. How are we going to display element of their devices? This can be automatically taken care by Bootstrap. Now here we are just doing only, we are picking up the respective classes and we are displaying over here. And you try to observe in this web page, there is no CSS. We haven't written any of the customized CSS. Every class is already picked by Bootstrap and we are using the predefined classes which are there in Bootstrap. Now BG-success, BG-warning. BG stands for background. Background success. If you are good at English, success, what is success color? Green color. Danger color is red. Warning color, like that, BG danger. If I try to change BG danger. Now, the last division you see, danger comes into your picture. Everything is ready, my dear friends. That's why, if you guys would like to understand what are the different classes which are there, go here and everywhere, see colors, background, text color, color related predefined classes are there. See, text related, text colors, text muted, text primary, text success. If you execute, you will be able to get all about predefined classes with respect to text. Same way, background color, see, background primary BG. BG stands for background. Primary color, success color, info color, warning color, danger, secondary, dark and light colors. Then similarly, now your table also has ready-made classes, guys. Now if you go and check, table, one of the predefined class is there. Now you see here, giraffe strips if you want, table stripped, zebra stripes to a table. And if you want a bordered table, table bordered is a predefined class. And if you want edge over, on edge over, if you want to change the background color, you see here. Now try yourself. If you're not using, for example, table is a parent class, table edge over. If you're not using this class, if you wanted to achieve same, all you need to do is you guys have to write too much of logic. Instead of writing your own HTML and CSS, Bootstrap has ready-made components for displaying a data in the format of table. Now, table is also one of the component, and image related everywhere. That's why if you wanted to understand Bootstrap, first you should have solid knowledge on HTML and CSS. If you are good at CSS, learning Bootstrap is one day job. Now today, guys, typography also is one of feature in Bootstrap. Why? Because this all the default tags which are there in HTML, in Bootstrap, it has its own properties are applied for each one of the element which is there in HTML. That is called the default values of HTML elements in Bootstrap is, those features are called as typography. Now here, Bootstrap 4 uses a default font size of 16 pixels, guys, and the line height for when you are using a paragraph, the default line height is 1.5. These are the default values. And font family Helvetica New, they are going to use it. In case if the client is not happy with the Helvetica New font family, if he is expecting us to go for Times New Roman, Century Gothic, or XYZ font family, so we can also customize. That facility is also there. And in addition to all, paragraph element have margin top 0, margin bottom 1, REM. REM is one of the unit of measure. 16 pixels, 1 REM is equal to 16 pixels by default. So this typography, So each and every element like H1 to H6 has different kind of, you see here, and H6 has 1 REM, that is 16 pixels, 1.2.25 REM, H2, H3, H1, it is 2.5 REM or 40 pixels. So here you need not to worry about the default property values. It has been already taken care by Bootstrap. So like that, Bootstrap has a different classes for each and every element which is there in HTML. So today I would like to complete Bootstrap, guys. So I'm not going to write any of the code. Why? Because Bootstrap is a ready-made framework which has bunch of CSS classes. Each class has a different purpose. If you wanted to make a thumbnail images, if you wanted to make your image in circle, or if you wanted to create a rounded corners, everything, every class is already predefined. So you people, once you get a time, you please go through Bootstrap. Any website is fine, not only W3 Schools. And one more thing here, don't try to think that I'm explaining from W3 Schools. No, the basics you guys have to learn from any of the source, no matter whether you are going for official website or W3 Schools. Guys, why I have used W3 Schools here? Because it has given a basics very thoroughly here. Instead of going for Bootstrap official website, if you use Bootstrap official website, what happens? It has bunch of text and information then which is really not required. And also, if I ask you guys to go to Wikipedia or W3 Schools, Wikipedia has wanted and unwanted information, whereas coming to W3 Schools, it is only important information that they have given for us. So the fundamentals or basics, if you want to learn, better to go to Bootstrap then. So I also created a couple of examples. Now, guys, everyone, now for a buttons, for alert, for a jumbo turn, for a spinner also. So the spinner is nothing but a loader. You see here, when user is making any request from client side to the server side, we have to engage the customers by showing some spinner icon. For that, Bootstrap has predefined classes. You need not to rewrite the code from the scratch. Yes, with the experience I am telling you, before Bootstrap came into a picture, as a developer, I used to write too much of code, too many lines of code I used to write. Then later, Bootstrap releases into a market and we learn Bootstrap. Now the development time is reduced and the developer life also in terms of HTML and CSS, it helps us a lot. Without a Bootstrap, as I already said, if you wanted to build one e-commerce application, it takes months to build a presentation layer. If you are using Bootstrap, I'm sure we'll be able to complete it as quickly as possible. Hope you people are aware of it. Like each one of the features which is there, be easier. It is dead easy, my dear friends. And go back to each one of the concept and understand. If you guys are facing any difficulties, please try to come back. Okay, next, the spinner. Wherever you are planning to show a spinner when you are performing on a real-time applications, use a class called spinner border. In case different colors, if you want, see they are using a combination of spinner border as well as text color, text muted, text primary, text success, so somewhere text danger. This is a danger color. This is text secondary color, warning color, sorry, warning, light color. This is a light color. You can even see that something is loading. This is a text light color. A combination of multiple classes they are using. Everywhere if you try to see, Bootstrap is ready-made classes. Now growing spinners. Spinner grow. From slow, they are just growing. And spinner size, border SM. Smaller and border grow SM. Now spinner buttons. Within a button, if you wanted to display, button is one of the class, and button primary, it is one of the background, it will come button primary, and spinner border, small. Like that, everywhere the predefined classes are there. Guys, Bootstrap is all about, as I already said, it is ready-made classes. Now, let me open the real-time examples which I have created for you guys, and I'll explain about them. And remaining all others, cards. This is the one which we are going to use in e-commerce applications, many cases. If you wanted to display the image, underneath an image, if you are going for a title, description, and some button, these cards generally, every e-commerce application. Now, I also build one card for one e-commerce application. Let me see here. I think somewhere, grid example. No, thumbnail carousel, trending project. Yeah. So this is one of the real time that we have used it for one application. Now here the images, I think we are not loading image properly here. The path of image. Now this is one of the example product, iPad. So let me download one sample iPad. So I'm going to set the path. So let me set the path. Trending products. So here I have written some customized, CSS. Along with that, now the path. So you can see the image is inside images folder. Now my HTML is inside a Bootstrap folder. In order to set the path, I must have to come one step backward, then images folder here. So I'm setting a path. Guys, listen carefully. Single dot represents current folder and two dots represent previous folder, then images folder, and directly in images ipad.jpg. Now let me check inside images whether ipad.jf if. This is a path. This is not a JPG. The another path is JF if. Let me check if I reload whether that iPad is loading or not. Yes, iPad is loading. Similarly, you can also set a path. Let me copy paste the same path. This is one thumbnail, small image, division 3, and here also let me set a same path. I'm duplicating it, but according to your requirements, you can even still use it. You see here for a smaller device, three items per row I am just displaying. I mean to say per 3 columns I am merging into single column. Out of 12, 3 plus 3 plus 3, 4 divisions that we are going to display, my dear friends. This is our sample calculations, and instead of giving so here you can see that I'm just copy pasted the same image again and again. That's okay. Now carousel also I have used it, and you please try to see. This is one project that I have used it. For one project I have used it. In that project only I copy pasted. Now this whole carousel I have used Bootstrap, so that's why. And to build this particular carousel, it took almost, for me to build this whole carousel items, it took just an hour. If you are not using Bootstrap, to complete this whole trending project, I may need 1 or 2 days. Even if you guys are freshers, this feature inside application, you may need definitely 1 week. Now, think about it: 1 week, 1 day, and 1 hour. There is a huge difference. That is the power of going for libraries. Either it may be a Bootstrap, or it may be a, in future, if you are going for Angular or React or whatever it is, the ready-made frameworks or ready-made libraries will always help developer to improve the application development speed. Now let me explain about this, guys. Listen, one division. Now here, if you see carousel, for carousel is called carousel inner. Now, and you can even see here the carousel indicators, a predefined class is there, and there is one division, and the entire code they have written within. See, if you come back, the line number 162. This is a main container, guys. Now, if I adding left hand side and right hand side. Now, this is a fixed container. In case if you wanted to display, my complete elements without giving the space in the left hand side and right hand side. Now you see here, this is my flexible layout. This is flexible layout. Hope you understand. Now within that layout, I have created one row. In that row, I have created one more column. You see here in a medium divisor, my column, all 12 columns I have created, I merged into single column. Once that is done, next H2 I have used it. Then carousel is one of the predefined class. Now this division has unique ID my carousel, and here, guys, very important. Now carousel is one of the component in Bootstrap. Now I have used that carousel component. In case if you don't know what is carousel, and generally you guys have to go back to example. Carousel is one of the example which is there in Bootstrap. I hope you can all see my screen. Let me check. Now, if we can come back, there is one more component called carousel component. You see here carousel example. Now carousel, if you are a good developer, and carousel is nothing but we are displaying some single image or group of images, it keeps calling on a certain interval. That is called carousel. If you are a web developer, you could even understand what is this carousel terminology is all about. If you don't know what is carousel, better to first understand carousel component which is inside a Bootstrap. Similarly, Bootstrap has bunch of components. Even button also component, badge also component, spinner is also component, drop down cards, everything is a component. So each and every component has a predefined classes. Now guys, here the same, but according to my web page design, we have used different carousels. The same way you can see in the last session I already explained. If you go to my project under services, here under services we also used one carousel. Now carousel slide. That's why if I execute this, my images, whatever these guys are loading as a slides. You see here, these images are loading as a slides. Now, if you are not using Bootstrap, if you want to achieve same by using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you may have to write too many lines of code. I hope you people are aware of it. So to make any web page responsive, make sure that you guys have to write responsive classes into your HTML elements. Okay. Now go back here and try to understand how carousel is working, how to create a carousel. You see here, now ID, they gave ID as demo. Classes, if you see, classes are more important, and each and every ID is also one of the attribute, Class is another attribute. Data write. In HTML5, as we already discussed in the beginning of a session, if you are planning to create a customized attributes, HTML5 is allowing developer to create a customized attributes by prefixing data hyphen right. That this particular right is carousel right. Now each and a carousel, you can also see here indicators are there. Even when you click on indicator also, it's supposed to navigate, or it should navigate, or if you click on indicators, it should also navigate. That's why for displaying indicators, Bootstrap has a bunch of classes with respect to indicators. If you see class carousel indicator for UL, for LI, data target is equal to as demo. Guys, here as represents ID. Wherever we are targeting for a parent division which has ID, whatever the ID value that you give, make sure that you have to give that ID value as a value for your data target attribute. Wherever you see data target in Bootstrap, this is called as customized attributes. Data slide 2. This slide 2 is an attribute wherein, see, if you are using 0, 1, 2, when you click on second li, it is going to redirect back to you see here data hyphen slide to 1, which means that among 3, if you are clicking on middle li, it is going to load the second division. If you click on the last li, it is going to display the third division. Like that, each indicator we are mapping back to a different item which are there in carousel inner. Everywhere logics are there, my dear friends. Now this is a general example which was given by Bootstrap, and these general examples I have converted according to my project requirements. You see here. Now since there is a path issues in the image, now add to cart. This is a functionality again. That's okay. Now this is how we can make use of Bootstrap documentation to build our own products. Similarly, if you ask me to explain other thumbnail carousel, guys, employee management also I created one more example. This is for one product that we have built here. See, if you wanted to click add new, see on click of add new employee, so we have to collect the employee name, employee email, employee address, employee phone number. This all the 4 columns that we have to collect it from a user. Now instead of creating a separate page, you see here pop-up I have created. In this pop-up, my dear friends, add employee. Now on click of add, I have used validations. Why? Because while adding an employee, if the name is empty, email is empty, address is empty, phone number is empty, we should not even allow user to add an employee. Now here I'm just giving some Murali and murali@gmail.com. Dummy email I am giving. Test address, test phone number. Also, let me give my number 9060888029. Any information that we can provide. So here on click of submit, the information is not, if you can see here, information is not displaying. This is just a dummy information. Guys, if you wanted to store the information into a database, now this presentation layer has to connect back to a backend. We are only a presentation layer developer, since there is no connectivity between this presentation layer to a middleware and database. That's why on click of add, it is not the backend code is not associated here. That story is different. Now here, being a presentation layer developer, how are we going to design this pop-up? This pop-up is also looks professional. We have already used this particular approach for many applications, guys. Now, this same kind of layout, if you wanted to create by using HTML and CSS, you may have to write too much of code. Now here, I have used a table for displaying the data in a grid system. On click of edit also, again a pop-up. For delete also, this is a confirmation pop-up. This all the pop-ups have been created by using Bootstrap without writing too many lines of code. Now, let me explain how did I create this. Go back and check. The employee management is one of the example. Guys, here I have created by using completely Bootstrap. Now see here, few CSS that I have written. Now, as I already discussed, even when you are working, Bootstrap is allowing a developer to complete his 80% of the code that we can achieve by using Bootstrap, but 20% customization is always required. Same story. The dependencies, all the library files I have already loaded. Next, the customized CSS I have written. This is my internal CSS, which is required for my particular page. Instead of writing, see here I just written only few CSS that I have written. Even this much of CSS, without writing this much of CSS, I can even still complete it by using Bootstrap. But my client is expected me to write a customized CSS instead of using predefined features. That is where I have written too much of code. So if you guys want to write too much of code, first you should aware of what are the features which are there in Bootstrap. Then if you ask me to explain about each one of them, I'm sure it is going to take too much of time. So since we have a time constraint, let us focus more on how are we going to reuse the components which are there in Bootstrap to build our web page. That's why to understand Bootstrap, we should always go for HTML, CSS, and some sort of jQuery important. If you are good at HTML, CSS, instead of writing a code from the scratch, we can also build by copy pasting the code from Bootstrap site. Now, let me talk about a layout. CSS part we can also come back. Now, let us come back to a layout. Guys, listen carefully. Here, container-XL, extra large, and table responsive. If you can see, table-responsive, which is one of the predefined class if you wanted to make your table responsive. Next, again, table wrapper is also a class, and wherever you see this table wrapper, few classes which are not there in Bootstrap, I have created my own tags. You can see the table wrapper. This is a class which is not there in Bootstrap. I written a customized code. Since that code is not there, I have written my own classes, and I also given some different sort of properties back to my class. Okay, so like that, Bootstrap is also facilitating for developers. If something is not available in Bootstrap, still you guys can able to use your own CSS to accomplish your task. That is also one of the important feature in Bootstrap. You can override them, or you can also create your own feature. Got my point? Now, as we already discussed, this is selectors. You see here, between each selector, the spaces are there in the sense. This is called as descendant selectors. And dot represents a class selector, and the space represents descendant, and comma represents group selectors. Like that, according to the requirements, I have used different set of selectors, which we have already discussed in the previous session. Now, colon first child. This is the pseudo selectors. Nth of type. This is also one more pseudo selector. In the line number 81, colon h over. That is C. Table body TR h over. The background color is changing here. F5 F5. Then if you go and check, see on h over, the background color is changing. In case on h over, if you wanted to change gold color, for example, instead of going for this color, I wanted to gold. Reload. Now see, this is what customization. You can even still write a lot of customizing code. So like this kind of pagination, this is a pagination. For pagination, Bootstrap also has, you see, one more component as pagination component. Now class is pagination, previous, this is next, and pagination links are there, and pagination anchor tags. Now this is how pagination. I also used same sort of pagination. I customized it, previous, next, showing 5 out of 25 entries. And this is also modal pop-up. For modal pop-up, guys, listen carefully. If you wanted to implement modal pop-up in your project, there is a model. This is also one of the component. Go back and check on click. So we are opening a model. Now in our example, so on click of this delete, I'm opening a confirmation pop-up. On click of add, I'm opening add employee pop-up. On click of edit, again I'm opening edit employee pop-up. This all guys are pop-ups I customized according to my requirement. In case these kind of snippets you guys can also create, and you can even save it somewhere else in our computer whenever it is required when you are building a different sort of application. For this, if I try to add header, now same for a same page, guys, listen carefully. Service page is there. But inside a service page, now what I will do, I'll try to put this manage employee.html. Now go back, and if you go manage employee, now how I am copy pasting, you see guys, listen carefully. Well, my whole CSS I am copy pasting into my service.html, CSS and JavaScript. Both of them I am copying. Go back to my HTML. Next, I am also loading the dependencies. Now properly I am just loading all the dependent files. Let me copy all the files, and instead of loading only bootstrap min.css, I should also load other popper.js and popper. These are the complete files which are really needed for real-time applications. Now I load it. Go back and click on services. And also HTML. See, I copied libraries, I copied CSS. I should also copy my HTML, guys. Now this is completely what I'm going to do. My HTML, let me copy the HTML. Now you see here, this is a division hole. It contains a complete, and this is edit model, and this is add model and edit model and delete model. And the whole code, let me copy paste. I'm copying, pasting into my service. Done. And second is created. And after that, I'm going to paste over here. Now, if you go on, now see how quickly I have created this manage employee. I hope you people are aware of it. See how quickly I just created it. And if this one manage Excel, if you wanted to make it, go back to your code, and instead of using manage Excel, this is a pixel layout, I can use fluid layout, container hyphen fluid. You see here how quickly that I have built my page. If in case, guys, listen carefully, and there are many of the footers are available, so you can also copy paste footer, and you can also add footer back to your page. Now other pages, home page, now index.html has a footer. Copy paste this footer, copy paste this footer, and put it back to your services. Proper indentation also matters a lot. adding footer also back to my page. If I reload, my service page is done. Now some sort of CSS is missing, I guess. So to add a CSS, this footer CSS, which is added in style.css. This style file, I am supposed to add it back to my HTML page. How can I add my styles? You see here, after link, I'm linking my page link. CSS / styles. This is where my all the CSS rules with respect to footer is located. Go back and reload. I hope you people are aware of it. Now somewhere the text color is red. Now inside my CSS, the global text color. This is not required. I just explained to make it color red. I have used it. I don't want now. I hope you understand. Now you see that if you guys are good at Bootstrap, within 2 minutes, it is not even taken at 2 minutes, my one page is completely built. That is the power of going for Bootstrap. Now guys, I copy pasted and I have completed as quickly as possible. And since you guys are beginners, you need a lot of practice. I have 12 years of experience in this field. That is where I know what sort of techniques that I am supposed to use while creating a web page. And you can also, if you want to become an expert, you should also do more practicals that cannot be completed. See, if you wanted to get expertise knowledge within a day, it is not possible for you people to become experts. There is a saying in English, Rome is not built within a day. Similarly, if you learn within a day, you can't even learn all the concepts. Like that, Bootstrap has bunch of components. It also has the plugins. Now, so far, I'm discussing Bootstrap only for design perspective. Bootstrap is also helps us to add a functionality back to HTML elements. Now you see here, on click of delete, we are loading one pop-up. Now on click, loading pop-up. This can be possible by using JavaScript. Now here, Bootstrap also using predefined jQuery functionality to load these pop-ups. Guys, to load this pop-up, on click of this delete, how are we going to load? You please see here, data model, data target. Here, you can even say that hrefs, the value we have given, delete employee model pop-up. So in case, guys, by default, if you go delete employee model pop-up, we made it display none. It is always none. As long as when user clicks, you see that behind the scenes that none becomes block. That is taken care by Bootstrap by default. Same way, if you go to edit pop-up also, by default, they are making it display none. On click of edit button, we are displaying them. We are making it display block. So this is how the functionalities that we're supposed to add it. Tomorrow, if you wanted to completely make this particular edit employee fully dynamic, then we have to integrate this edit employee form into a backend. So that is not needed in this session. So if you want to become a full stack developer, then all these connectivities are required. Now, in this session, it is not required for you to understand. Now, this is how within C, I'm explaining and I started creating a web page also. Like that, whatever the complexity of a web page, if you are thorough about Bootstrap features, and by copy pasting, you can even you can finish your application page development using Bootstrap by ready-made components. So my sincere advice for all the participants, please go through any website. Either it may be a Bootstrap official or W3 Schools. First, understand the basics, fundamentals of what all the classes and what is the use of each one of the class. And for each and every feature which is there in CSS, Bootstrap has associated classes, and you should be familiar enough to understand Bootstrap in HTML and CSS. Okay, guys, that's all about Bootstrap today's session. Okay, now I'm going to explain about different reusable components which are there, and so also I created just if you go to login form, I get it is one of the data if you wanted to present in a table format. You see here, this is table. On HO now, this table there is no HOver example. HO you wanted to change the background color. Now see how quickly I am changing it. If I go to table view, now I have written a lot of logic for my projects, but I don't want to explain about all this logic. Only design related, you please try to understand. Table border. At the same time, table over. I'm giving one more class called table -hover. So the moment when we are reloading, you see here on hover, the background color came into your picture. So in case table border, table dark, if I use a predefined class called table-dark, so dark background comes into table. You see here, this is dark table. So it's all about changing the classes. The respective CSS properties are going to apply on top of an element. Since I am familiar with Bootstrap, I know I have already logically I remembered all the classes which are there in table. Not only for a tables, each and every tag which is there in HTML. For paragraph also predefined classes, paragraph, list, image, forms, division. The main every element in CSS in HTML, Bootstrap has associated classes. I hope you people are aware of it. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. And I'm going to explain. See, guys, and whatever the web pages that we have created. So let me run all these 3 pages that we have created. If you come back here, this is the service page, just an example. Maybe a home page also I created. If you come back and execute, home page. This is a home page that I created. Sample one only I created. Next, about page. So you also take different kind of web pages and start building it by using Bootstrap from the scratch. And please understand how are we going to start building a web page by using Bootstrap. If you are not using Bootstrap, how difficult it is. These are the comparisons that you people have to check. Make sense? So next, let us talk more about other important components. However, I have used a few components like modal. This is also one more. You can see on click of add new. In the previous example here, add new employee, we are opening in a pop-up. But when it comes to in this example, if you go here, we are adding one more row here. So I can also delete the row. I can delete each row, or I can also edit the row. This is inline edit. For this, I have written a lot of logics, my dear friends, but you need not to worry about that. Why? Because if you wanted to write all these logics, at least you must have strong knowledge on JavaScript and jQuery. So this is all these examples that we have used in our real-time projects. And I just showed you an example how effectively that we can use Bootstrap to create a real-time projects. To give you that insight, I picked this example. Now this is inline edit. I can also change inline. I can change it. And I can also add, this is known as tooltip. Now some issues are there, it's fine. And I can click on delete. I can click on delete. Reload. Now this is soft delete only. On click of delete, we are deleting a row. But if you reload, the data is displaying. Why? Because I soft deleted in the page. If you want permanent delete, then you may need backend. Now this is add one row. And if you wanted to add one more row, see the validations also we are doing. I'm just adding test. This is internally test. Test 1, 2, 3. Some number. Now add. Now it is added. Edit. The same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click add. It is added. Now if you reload, you see here, the moment when you reload, the data is disappears. Why? Because on the fly we are manipulating in the DOM. Now permanently we are not storing into database. If you want some information to be stored permanently, and if you are planning to reuse it in future, make sure that your web page must be connected with middleware and backend. This all comes into your picture when you start working on real-time and live projects. Guys, those who got a chance to work on, maybe a final year projects, don't even buy a projects from any other source. And if you want to become a really a developer, developers are always in demand in the market. Kindly keep, learning something new and start building your application from the scratch. What happens, that will give you a lot of confidence, and when you are going outside of your college, and if you are applying for some jobs, this kind of experience is going to help you, and you can easily go to the next level, and you can also get a good jobs with higher packages. That's why try to work hard in terms of smarter way. Now what I am going to do, so let me keep it for, I think we almost covered all the maximum reusable components, and few components are there, and tabs, some sort of tabs if you wanted to create. Now go back to your Bootstrap website, and modal pop-up is over, and messages. So this is also something like when you are performing some actions, mobile applications, you would have seen that notification messages. Like that, if you wanted to show a message, see, like this toaster message, if you want to display, then toast is one of the component. And pop over. Also, if you wanted to display a message, whether hovers on an element, you see here. Now this is a pop over message. Unclick again, that is going off. If you wanted to display this kind of pop over messages, pop over is also one of the plugins. Modal we already discussed. And see, some of the advanced concepts, guys, even button, carousel, collapse. You can see the collapse. It is a kind of, accordion, I can say. If you try yourself, unclick, the text is displaying. On another click, the text is highlighting. This is a kind of, collapsible. This can also be easily achievable by using Bootstrap without writing too many lines of code. If Bootstrap is not there, unclick, click event you have to attach, and you have to select the paragraph and display. On another click, you have to select the paragraph and you have to make it hide. This is all the code you have to write from the scratch. Instead of writing from the scratch, Bootstrap has ready-made bunch of CSS and JavaScript. Kindly use them and complete it, close it. Like that, Bootstrap also has a lot of mode pop-up, and this is using JavaScript. You can also load, and without a JavaScript also you can load a modal pop-ups. All the components which are there in Bootstrap, those components can be triggered using JavaScript or using HTML. Both the ways that you will be able to trigger. In case if you guys are not familiar with JavaScript, you can go HTML way to trigger the components. And if you are familiar with JavaScript, you can also trigger these components by using JavaScript way. I haven't discussed about JavaScript way. Why? Because you people are not aware of JavaScript. That's why I did not even discuss much about JavaScript way of triggering Bootstrap components. Guys, it's always easy if you know how to trigger by using HTML. Now scroll spike. Scroll spike is also a kind of a feature. Now what happens, you need now the section 1 is highlighting. Now the moment when you keep moving to section 2, you see here always the active class is keep moving from 1 to 2. And when you are reaching to section 3, and the active class is turned to section 3. And when you are reaching to section 4, this is how scroll spike. This is also automatically taken care by your Bootstrap. The example set is already given, and they are asking you to use the respective classes and data offset 50 and everything. You please try to understand how this scroll spike we are going to use it for our web page. And if whatever the example that they have given, if you understand that example, copy paste that example and change the text according to your project needs. That's why every time if someone asks you to implement something, make sure that you please go back to your website, first create a sample. If the sample is working well, copy that sample and integrate into your application. Then if your sample itself is not working, and if you directly deep dive into your project, and it is going to throw an error. And one more, tabs. So let me go for tab. Navbar or tabs. This is also very, very important that we are going to use in many applications. Navbar, yeah, this is navbar with a content. Yes, navbar with content. We search here tabs. Yeah, Bootstrap tabs and bits. Yes, this kind of tabs, if you wanted to implement in your project, to fills with the content bus. Tab with the content I wanted to check. So with content, I have used many places with content. If you click, now see, by default home tab is active and the home page content is active. On click of menu 1 tab is active and the content of menu 1 is active. Now this kind of features, so this is known as tab feature. This feature can be accomplished by using tabs component. What is the advantage of going for tab component? If you are not implementing this kind of tab component, what happens? On click of home, the home page again we have to display. For menus, separate page we have to build. For menu 2, separate page we have to build. For menu 3, separate page we have to build. Instead of creating a separate pages, if you know tabs in one page, the show and hide, this feature is already there in Bootstrap. This implements this. This is going to reduce a lot of benefits. Okay, so like that, instead of creating a multiple pages to increase the page count, to reduce the page count, even within a page, if you are planning to display the lot of content with respect to different links, these tabs are going to help us a lot. This all the features, if you guys are working on dynamic applications, then only you will get a chance to implement all of them. For a static applications, I don't think these features are really needed. As per the nature of your application, all these features have been utilized. So that's why for a safer side, Bootstrap is one day job, guys. Those who wanted to become expert in Bootstrap, Bootstrap is mobile front-end responsive framework for changing the design and theme. So Bootstrap is not for a JavaScript related functionalities. You can't even achieve many. Only few concepts that we can achieve. If you want to write a logics with respect to your project, Bootstrap is not going to help us. Bootstrap will help us only to make your web page responsive and to design your web page. Bootstrap helps us a lot. In case if you wanted to add a functionality or if you wanted to implement a business logic, Bootstrap won't even help. That's why you people should also understand what is the importance of going for HTML and what is the limitations, importance of CSS and limitations, importance of Bootstrap and limitations, and importance of JavaScript, jQuery, Angular, all these guys, everybody, don't even get confused. And I have seen different people are asking, is it possible for us to build back-end application by using front-end? How? That's why you guys should aware of what is the limitation of each one of the concepts that we are learning here. So over a weekend, you please go through a Bootstrap site and understand what are the components with live examples. Everywhere the classes are logically created by a Bootstrap team. If you guys understood 2 to 3 components, you can easily crack their logic, and you need not to by heart the classes which are there in Bootstrap. You should always remember their logics. You should not by heart. If you want to become a developer, make sure that developer should always learn the concepts logically. You cannot even by heart the concept. If you are if you guys are by hearting the concept, max to max maybe a week it is possible for you to remember, and maybe after a week you can definitely you are going to forget the concept since you are by hearted. Guys, this Bootstrap, the 4, I think 3 years or 2 years before Bootstrap 4 released into the market. And initially when I started learning, I spent almost closely around a day or 2 to learn the latest version. Till today, I could even remember many of the concepts. But the syntaxes, I won't even remember. I won't even by heart. But the syntaxes and all these guys, we can even copy paste from an official site or any other site. Without a Google, I'm telling you, no matter how expertise that you are, without a Google, nobody is going to completely write a logic. But major logic, the core concept that we have to learn, and remaining other concept that you have to copy paste from internet. Okay. So that's all about Bootstrap. Even I'm winding up Bootstrap today, and from tomorrow I'm going to start JavaScript. And I think my team would have been already circulated about a classes tomorrow and after tomorrow. Since last 2 days we were not able to conduct the classes. That's why we have planned to conduct these 2 days classes on Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to talk about JavaScript. JavaScript is a backbone for every front-end framework or front-end library. So that's why don't miss any of the class in JavaScript. It may take close around 10 hours to complete JavaScript. Once, if you guys are familiar with JavaScript, Angular is dead easy, guys. Angular is a framework which is built on top of JavaScript and TypeScript. Okay. Now it is a time for a session asking. Please try to ask questions if you have any. How to submit assignments. What is meant by pseudo class? You are too late, Mr. Nikhil. The pseudo class we already had a discussion in CSS, but let me explain. Pseudo class, by a state of an element, if you wanted to select HTML element as per their state, the pseudo selectors are going to be used. And one more question. My images in the carousel do not fit with the proper size. How to do it? Please explain. Guys, if images are not fit as per your screen size, try to either increase the size or decrease the size according to your screen. You have to customize the CSS over there. Also, if you have the Bootstrap also comes back with some image related, width related classes. W-25, W-50, W-75, W-100. Either you can use any one of the class there. Yes. Is there any difference between component and class in Bootstrap? Yes. Components are, it's a building block of a application. It has bunch of CSS classes all together to achieve one particular concept. Class is nothing but, so to add some set of properties, CSS Bootstrap has bunch of classes. A group of classes is all together is being used inside a component. There is a difference. Bootstrap use one page to create another page. No, it's not necessarily. Yeah, sir, please explain data target. Guys, data target attribute. Let me talk about what is data target. So as long as if you're going on click, for example, under services on click. Now I wanted to open this division. I would like to target this division to open in a model pop-up. In this case, particular case, if you go and check, you see here, the moment when user clicks on add new employee, now see here, add new employee. Now here, data target, H reference is add employee model and toggle is equal to model. Data toggle and data target. So target is always, you are going to target a particular division to open, to whom you are going to targeting. That is what that data target is going to define. When you are creating a model pop-up, here see on click of H reference, that icon, we are loading and data-toggle. I think target is being used in tabs. Let me go for a tab. Yes. If you come back, now we are going to target somewhere. If you see H reference as shown, data toggle tab, data toggle tab. If user clicks on home, we are going to identify an element whose ID is equal to home. Here, if you come back, the targeted division ID is home. That's why. And what is the animation that we are using? Tab animation. Data target is also customized attribute similar like data toggle, and which is going to target the right element within a HTML body. WC, W-100, not W:100. You're supposed to use W-100 in order to make your element width 100%. For height related, also we have a predefined class in Bootstrap, H-25, H-50, H-75, H-100. Similarly for width, W-25, W-50, W-75, W-100. How to select a perfect attribute, sir? Either you can load jQuery and Popper.js within the head or before closing of a body. But as we already discussed, if you load before closing of a body, the JavaScript file, the page speed is going to improve. How to select a perfect attribute, sir? See, it is depends upon what sort of animation that you are going to use. In case if you wanted to display model, we are going to use model as a comes upon our requirement. About Z-index. Yes, Z-index is the explain about Z-index. Z-index is used to change the standard of an element. I mean to say, for example, when you people are using, so let me see, for maybe a raw, let me think about this position absolute. Guys, I have division A, I also have division B. And if I give position absolute for division each other. So when they are overlapping according to their order, if A is displayed first and B is second, A displays, B is going to display on top of A. But if the requirement is demanding to display B last and A first, that is where, since absolute elements are chances of overlapping each other, when they are overlapping, if you wanted to change their stack order, that is where we are going to use Z-index. Z-index will help developer to change the stack order of an element if the elements are overlapping. How to useful for organization like Bootstrap to provide services for free as open source. See, guys, Google also provided Gmail as free of cost. Similarly, Gmail is also there for business. So it is a benefit for a company if one product they are giving as free of cost, and there are many customers will started using them. When they are using, it will be indirectly the promotion for that particular company. So if the company is aware, see, think that there are thousands of users are aware of what is that company is all about. Automatically, the popularity of the company is going to increase, and chances of getting it, projects will be more. That's why Google also, few services Google has already given as free of cost, and with the help of that, Google is increased their customer pool, and they are also improved their brand awareness. Then hence they got multi-million projects from a different clients. That is the advantage of making any technology open source. And if you are not giving a free benefits to the customers, they won't even enroll with us. To attract the customers, they are just making these kind of frameworks are free of cost. I hope VASG ready. Hope you got an answer for your question. Any other questions? Why flex item with image child does not adjust from its original width? I did not even understand your question. Can you please explain me one more time, Anshu Kumar? Why flex items with image child does not adjust from its original width? How to take care about loading page quickly? there are a lot of optimization techniques that we have to use it, sir. So we have to see there are HTML optimization, CSS optimization, JavaScript, jQuery optimization, and less images that we have to load. A lot of techniques that we supposed to use in order to improve the page performance. So that's why today in the market, if you ask me, single page architecture, SPA came into a picture to improve the page performance. And if you are not using either Angular or React, if you are going for a traditional, the old approach to build a web pages, those guys are going to cause a lot of time in order to increase the load a web page. To avoid these issues, we supposed to go for single page architecture based libraries and frameworks. That's why today Angular and React, Vue.js, these guys are popular. We have to reduce the number of images which are there in your web page. A lot of techniques are there. Unused code you have to reduce, unused HTML you have to reduce, unwanted comments and unwanted code that we have to delete to improve the page performance. Still many more techniques are there in order to improve the page performance. So over weekend, we are going to upload all the assignments, all the tasks which I have explained during the training. We will try to put it in our drive. Maybe Monday, you will be able to access all the code for practice. See, jQuery uses JavaScript, Bootstrap uses jQuery. That's why indirectly Bootstrap is also depending on JavaScript. So HTML anyhow, HTML is for web page creation. Ultimately, if jQuery depends on JavaScript, whoever is depending on jQuery, they are also directly or indirectly they are depending on JavaScript, because jQuery is derived from JavaScript. Yes, guys, tomorrow and after tomorrow, both of Saturday and Sunday also we have a classes. So I think my team is going to discuss with all of you and they will try to confirm you guys. Sir, is it possible to hide a sensitive code such as business logic using Angular? No, it is not possible. That's why when you are building any application, if the application sensitive logics, we should always put it inside a middleware. So if you are writing any code in client side and you can't even think more about the security, so better to move secure code from client side, I mean to say from presentation layer to your middleware. How to manage images in responsive mode? For that, image-responsive predefined class is there in Bootstrap, which will automatically take care about based upon the device which is loading. Still, banner images is not loading proper in Carousel after setting proper width and height. Can you please, save your code over here and try to, check what is the mistake that you have done, data science. If you give a proper customized width and height, automatically it has to fit. When I try to adjust height of the image, which are inside a flex item, the size of image decreases, but size occupied by DB is same after adjusting height of image. Why? So, guys, listen carefully. As long as if we are giving a height for a flex parent, and it also impacts on flex item. So, if you are planning to set height for a flex item, better to set height for a parent first, and within the child you try to use height 100% for a child, width 100% for a child. So if you are giving width 100% for a child, whatever the width of a parent, if width of a parent is 100 pixels, just an example I am giving, 100% is 100 pixel width of a parent is 100% for a child. Why? Because if only one child is there for a parent, whatever the width which is there for a child, that parent width is 100% for a child. That's why sometimes if the parent is a flexible container, if the child is flex item, if you are controlling a child alone, that won't even help you to. Why? Because if you are controlling a child alone, if the parent is not properly fit, if parent does not contain a proper space, the childs are going outside of a parent. The chances of overlapping, that is more. To avoid this, try to control the width of the parent first, and you can even child even 100%. User class carousel item images block WI. Where did you set that height? You have given width 100, but where is your height? Display block class you have used it. Yes, guys. See, width and height, these guys are close to each other. So when you are changing width also, it will impact on height. Even if you are changing height, it will impact on image width. If you don't want to impact when you are changing width, if you don't want to impact on height, better to restrict height. How much is possible? If you are not restricting a height, proportionally whatever the width that you are using, the height is going to change. So data science, the person whose name is data science, in case if the images, the width is not properly set, generally if you are customizing CSS, it will automatically it will impact. If it is not impacting, ask your designer to go for a proper size of a banner. In case sometimes if your banner images sizes are improper, select that improper images and give your own width and height. It will definitely take it. Sir, can we host web page free? Yes, there are different service providers are there. Those guys are allowing us to host our web page free. How to decrease the time? That is data interval and data speed. There is one more attribute is there. By using that attribute, you can even increase or decrease the carousel speed, data speed. Okay, guys, that's all for today's session. We'll try to meet tomorrow. And thank you so much for your participation. Have a great day. Thank you all.